Hi, everybody. Welcome to our tarot tea time. I look so crazy. Oh my God. I just worked out, tried to slap on a little bit of makeup here for you guys, but how is everybody? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll let everybody get in here. If you guys were here at the last live stream, we had a little bit of we'll call it a technical difficulty. There were some unwanted guests. So I'm trying this type of stream via YouTube, like directly to see if I can control better, like who comes in and out. So you guys, I don't know. I had to change it up. So hopefully you guys can find this live stream and join me for the tarot tea. But okay. Oh, there's one person in here. Okay, awesome. People are coming on in. It's also so close up. Oh my God. It's like right in my face. Okay. But who cares? We're going to spill that tarot tea tonight. So I have some really good stories that I've compiled. And then we also had some really good requests. One of the requests was about Britney Spears and P. Diddy. And oddly enough, today I was actually listening to Kristen Cavallari's podcast, and she was talking about like conspiracy theories. Hi, Babaloo. Yay, Babaloo's here to sip the tea. How's it going, Babaloo? How are you? So, Kristen Cavallari, Babaloo, oh my God, this is crazy. So, Kristen Cavallari was basically saying that on her podcast, she talked about how she thinks Britney Spears is a clone. And then she got a text from Britney Spears' manager, and like there was this group text that he started them off in. Long story short, she was saying in the podcast that came out, I guess it came out like today. Um, she was saying that Britney Spears then like texted her and then kind of ghosted her. And her theory is that this all happened because she thinks the conspiracy theory is true that Britney Spears really is a clone, and that's why she reached out because she was trying to keep things under wraps, and Kristen called her out, like, "What? Doing good. I'm so glad. I am so glad you're doing well. What's new? How was the Scorpio new moon, Babylou? Did you feel any vibes? Any vibes? I'm like dropping my cards over here. Let's see. Okay, so Babylou, let's pull a card. Let's see what's going on with Britney Spears. Because Kristen Cavallari seems to think that her theory was right, and that's why Britney texted and then ghosted. She said this is very common in Hollywood that when you're onto someone, they will try to like bring you into their good graces, like to kind of, keep your friends close, your enemies closer type of thing. And I thought it was pretty interesting. I don't know. I'm very curious to see why that happened. So, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, why did Britney Spears text Kristen Cavallari and then ghost her? Was it because she's a clone? Allegedly. You guys, not two, not balancing two. The Two of Pentacles. Oh my God, you guys. I think that I think she is a clone. I know this makes me sound so crazy, but I'm gonna have to back Kristen Cavallari up on this. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. A clone or a double, or maybe there's like something going on where, it might not be like a clone, like, but maybe it's like a lookalike that goes in her place. You hear about that happening with like government officials and stuff, where to keep that person safe, they'll send someone else. I don't know. Is that just like something that happens on TV? Well, apparently, according to the Tarot T, it isn't. I guess if you have enough money, you can send someone that's like your lookalike to maybe do appearances. I'm going to say yes. Okay, Babaloo, you felt energized, spring cleaning in October. Oh, I love it. Nothing like a good spring clean in October, a fall clean. I've been feeling like doing that too, Babaloo. I need to. As I drop my cards. Spirit's like, yes, you do. Oh my God. I love that. So did you get a lot done? Did you get it all cleaned up, Babaloo? That's a good way to start a new moon too. Just like decluttering, cleaning, clearing out space. I like that. I really like that. Okay, so let's pull up some stories. I also have the comments on slow mode, by the way, you guys. And I don't know, maybe we'll change this, but I literally just did this. I didn't want a troll if you know, you know, to be able to crash our stream, and they'll probably go away again. I just thought, sometimes they'll like stick around for a little bit, then they'll leave you alone. That person left me alone for like a year and then just came back. So I'm just trying to, make sure everybody has a good experience here. But if you realize that your comments are coming through a little bit slow just today, that might be why. But they will come through. I think I have like a little 30-second wait time, which that's so annoying. But okay, so let's start at the top here. Big breakups. Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz have reportedly broken up. I did not see this coming. These two have been together for quite a while and they just seemed very like in sync. Like they seem like their vibe has been good. Like I was really surprised to see this. So I'm going to pull a couple cards and see what happened between them and if there's any chance that they could get back together. I think that's like, I don't know. I think that's really sad. A little sip of my tarot tea here before I get going. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum. Hmm. There was like a picture of him outside, like just walking around smoking, and like the headline was like, Channing Tatum looks melancholy amid breakup. He did look pretty sad, I'll be honest with you. I was like, okay, looking sad. Let's see. Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What is going on between those two? Why did they break up? Let's do past, present, future reading. Okay. So in the past, Three of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, okay. This is a third person. Now, because it's pentacles, not cups, I wonder if this could be like a business thing. I wonder if there was some sort of business opportunity. I mean, they both are in entertainment, they both act. I wonder if there was like a project in the past. Um, did they meet through a project? Something about a project. Something about a project, but it's upside down. Hmm. Something about a project that didn't go as planned. Very odd that that would come up in a reading, like a love reading. Okay, I'm dropping cards. I'm going to take this card that I just dropped, the Emperor. Control and power. Okay. So I wonder if, okay, now when Jenna Dewan and Channing Tatum broke up, she talked, I mean, she was like really, sharing a couple things. She kept it respectful because she has they have kids together. She kept it respectful. But I do remember feeling like when I was listening to her talk that it seemed like she had been through quite a bit with him. Like I kind of felt like he was a piece of work, like maybe kind of a difficult person to be with in a relationship. And the Emperor card makes me feel like that, yeah, like that's accurate. Like ego, control. I feel like there was something that went on with him where maybe she wanted to work on a project with him or he wanted to do something with her, but he had some controlling tendencies. That's a shame. That'll ruin a relationship quickly for sure. Hey Beth, how's it going? Good to see you. Glad you found us. Okay. This is a weird one. We're talking about Channing Tatum and his breakup with Zoe Kravitz that just happened. Very sad. Hey, Nigel, how's it going? All right, the tea timers are showing up. Yay. I have the comments on a little bit slower this time, just for the next couple times, just to make sure, we keep the trolls out of here. We're on troll patrol. But yeah, but hopefully, it's not too slow. It's like a 30-second delay. Annoying, but not too crazy. How are you, Nigel? How are your jobs going? You got those 2 new jobs, right? How is everything? Beth, how's your new moon vibe? How are you feeling since that Scorpio new moon? Has anything new or like have any like fresh starts happened for anybody since November 1st? Do tell. No trolls allowed. That's right. You tell them. I got a triple Gemini on my side, so they don't stand a chance anyway. Okay, so Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz. All right. So we have something going on with control and power. And we also have a failed attempt at a creative financial project collaboration between the two of them, allegedly for entertainment purposes. Okay. I do not like this. So that is, I definitely think it's a control thing. I think it could be an ego thing. We have an emperor, so I would say definitely that's him. Let's see future. What's next for those two? What is next for the two of them? Allegedly. Knight of Wands, not the wands. Beth, you showed up and the wands are here. The wands are here for you. Um, this is him. Let me get a clarifier, but I kind of think this is him already moving on, which is like so gross. Um, clarifier. The world in reverse. Yeah, I think he's gonna move on a little too quickly. And I think that his next relationship will be karmic, potentially, for entertainment purposes only. I think he's already moving on. He may already be with someone else. But the world card, it's karmic though. It's not gonna be what he thought. So I feel like how some people they go through like a breakup. Okay, for example, did you guys hear about what happened with like Brianna Chicken Fry and like Zach Bryan? If you haven't heard about this, this is kinda like the same feeling I'm getting. So she allegedly broke up with her last boyfriend and got with Zach Bryan, either overlapped or was, like, right away. It could have been a cheating thing or it could have just been, like, super quickly. But she moved on really fast, and it seemed like he was devastated, but she moved on, and then she experienced, like for a while, she was, like, happy and, like, in love or whatever, and it just seemed like, "Oh, wow, everything kinda just works out for her," right? Well, fast forward a year later, and now she's, like, devastated and crying and, like, on the internet, and I believe her ex-boyfriend has moved on and is, like, in a relationship and happy. So, this is kinda like what I feel. I feel like this is his karmic um, this is kind of a karmic thing for him because he moved on. He's moving on too quickly from the relationship. I think he's gonna choose someone that is going to teach him some karmic lessons. And I think this could be left over from Jenna Dewan. I don't think that he experienced his karma from his marriage yet. And I do think that there's some karma there around control and ego, especially when it comes to, like, competitiveness with work stuff. And you do hear about that in Hollywood, like, Kristen Cavallari on her podcast, she actually said she doesn't wanna date anyone famous because she feels like, um, men who are in the same industry, she's had problems where there's been, like, competitiveness in the relationship. Okay, very interesting. A lot of different things here, but I feel like that comes together. Okay, Nigel said, "I got offered a new remote job." Ooh, remote, nice. With a better offer than my design job, y'all. Oh my god, I'm literally in the process of choosing either one. Nigel, stop. That is so exciting. Yay. Okay, let's pull a card for Nigel's job. Nigel, I'm going to pull a positive card. We want a positive angel message for Nigel as he makes this choice. That is so exciting. Congratulations. Oh my God, I know everybody's so proud of you. Eight of Cups, walking away from one thing and choosing another. But eight is the number of power and emotion. Cups are emotions. So, because I asked for a positive message, this is you walking away from one thing, choosing the right thing for you, and you're going to feel very empowered. Eight energy. Okay. We love that, Nigel. You go. Okay, Beth said, "Lots of stuff here. Had a leak in my kitchen. Oh, dang it. And now I'm getting a light remodeling update of my kitchen." There we go. Cabinets and floors. Well, maybe the silver lining is that um the remodel is going to look beautiful and it's going to freshen everything up, but I'm so sorry because no one oh my god, no one likes to get there by way of a leak. That is very annoying. Sorry, Beth. There you go. New moon, new kitchen. Is the new moon happening in your fourth house or sixth house, maybe day to day or home? Hmm. Yes, the wands come out. New moon energy. I also watched the lunar eclipse on Thursday morning, driving to Florida to attend a funeral. Oh, I'm so sorry. My uncle was 92, a veteran, Purple Heart, and two daughters. Beth, oh my gosh. Well, my condolences for your loss, and he sounds like he was such an amazing person. What a well-lived life. Purple heart and 2 daughters and 92 years old. Wow. What an amazing person. Oh my gosh. I just wanna send you love right now. I know that's hard though. That's really hard. But what an amazing, amazing, well-lived life, right? All we can hope for is to each live a well-lived life. So, sending you a big hug, Beth. Nigel says, "Thanks for the reading, Britt." You're welcome. Okay. All right. So that kind of checked out for Channing and Zoe Kravitz. All right. I want to read this one, you guys. This one's some tea here. I have my little list. I've had to be very organized this week. Y'all knew the half of it. Since the new moon was in my house of career. Whew, I um I did my first so I think I told you guys I'm taking a modern journalism certificate course through NYU remotely. And I really wanted to just get good at my investigative journalism, and I'm loving it. I'm loving the course. It's just it's just it's extra in your life. You got more to do. But my first TV segment that I produced since taking this class, since being in this class, it was from my time at the animal shelter, and I, got footage, boots on the ground. So the past 2 nights, you guys, I have not slept very much, but I did finally get it done today. Anyway, so if I seem a little scattered, that's why. Scattered and wired at the same time. But new moon and career, can confirm I feel like that Scorpio new moon was very positive. Okay, so here's some tea. We have Jazelle and Tom. Times gone by, better times, of course, for Tom anyway, because it was just announced that Tom Brady's ex, Giselle, supermodel Giselle. I think it's funny how they announced her like that. Supermodel Giselle just announced her pregnancy. And of course, Tom Brady posted a melancholic story on Instagram, and everybody was speculating if he's feeling sad about this. Other sources reported that he is taking time to process this. And of course, they had this photo on the article. And yeah, I was just I gotta know. I've just got to know. Also, another source said that that he just didn't expect that she would have a baby with this guy. And this is the person that she started dating right after possible overlap with her marriage with Tom, possible, allegedly. And he is the jujitsu instructor. So she's 44, having a baby. Tom said he was kind of blindsided. I think it's interesting that he was commenting on it. I think it's interesting that it's in the press. I don't know. I'm really interested to see how he feels, because he has been linked with other women since Giselle, but he hasn't really come out with a strong relationship. And I wonder why sources, or maybe Tom, was kind of putting that story out there that he's feeling stressed or feeling some type of way about Giselle having a baby with somebody else. So let's just see. Babaloo says, "How is the puppy?" She's great. Babaloo, she's so great. Thank you for asking. She's so sweet. She's getting along swimmingly with the other dogs. She's been our easiest yet. When we got Archer, when we got Sunny, the whole house kind of went into an uproar for a couple, few weeks there. With her, she's definitely a rambunctious puppy, but she's just sweet. And Archer, our big German Shepherd, is obsessed with her. Sunny, our husky, he's unsure. Dolly likes her, but also is kind of afraid of her. So they have their little dynamics right now going on. But she's precious. She's so sweet. And yeah, we've already figured out how to fit all let's see, all 4 of them in the bed with us. I have some pretty cute pictures. I'll have to share them. They're hilarious. But yeah, she's just fitting right in. Little too well, if you know what I mean. It's so hard to foster. Just want to keep them. Okay. But she's undergoing her heartworm treatment right now. So we're giving her some extra time and just loving on her. But thank you for asking. She's such a good girl. Okay. Tom Brady, let's see. Why does he feel some type of way about her moving on? What's going on? Let's just see. Beth says, "Yes, very well. Life, life, and was very positive and well loved." Oh, you're talking about, I'm sorry, you're talking about your uncle. I was thinking about Giselle and the new moon. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Beth. Very positive and well loved. That's amazing. It's really beautiful. Beth says, "What? Go, Giselle." She got wanded. Oh my God, Beth. She got wanded. She sure did. Oh my God. She got wanded. Okay. So what's going on with Tom? I just want to get his energy, allegedly, for entertainment purposes. Six of Swords in reverse. He regrets leaving. You guys, you can't make this stuff up when the tarot tea is just talking too plainly for Tom's comfort. Are you kidding me? This is moving on to greener pastures. And if you guys have seen Golden Girls, how many of you guys have watched Golden Girls? Are any of you guys a fan of Golden Girls? I'm like obsessed. It's like one of my comfort shows that I'll like put on at night. Like, it's like late at night on Hallmark. I'll just put it on and like poor Michael, he has to fall asleep to it with me. But it's so good. It's so cute. And if you guys know the lore of Golden Girls, you know that Dorothy left Stan. There's Stan over there in the back. It says Stan up there for cheating because he was a little scoundrel. But this card basically represents the energy of making a decision to leave someone for cheating. Dorothy has her swords here in the boat. Leaving on water. This is leaving on emotion, but it's like emotion married with clear decision making. So in reverse, I feel like okay, this is kind of weird. So remember when Giselle allegedly cheated with that guy? I mean, people did say that she had cheated with the jujitsu instructor, but I wonder if I don't know. I don't think he would regret it if she just like cheated out of nowhere. I wonder if he cheated too or something. Like there's something weird. Let me get a clarifier because I'm getting this strong feeling that he left her and now he's regretting that he left. Like, I think he made the decision that broke the marriage. Okay, very interesting. So, huh, why like, did Giselle cheat? Let's just ask. Did Giselle cheat allegedly? That says, "Love Golden Girls." Oh, yay. Of course you do. Of course. Knew you would, Beth. Robert, that's a full bedroom for dogs and lawyer. Beth, very. Too full. Too full. Oh, God. And Stan kept coming back to her. Yes, he did with his like fake dog poop and toupee and all his BS problems. God, it's a good show. Thankfully, she never took him back. Thank God. I know. There were a couple times there though where she almost did. But yeah, thankfully, Beth. Babu says, I don't like him. She waited forever for him to choose her and their kids over his career. And he made his choice so clear. Oh, yeah. I just remembered. Babalu, good point. Yeah, he said he was going to retire and then he didn't. Okay, never mind. Actually, I'm not going to pull a clarifier because Babalu, you were just the clarifier. I don't think this was about cheating with him. Maybe if it was cheating, it was like him cheating her by lying, because remember he said that he was going to quit, like Babalu just said, but then the next year he came back and was sort of like, just kidding, like I can't quit. And I think, yeah, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. I think she needed him to follow through on that and feel chosen by him. He is a Leo and Tom Brady, I mean, I definitely think that I did his birth chart a long time ago when all that happened, but I definitely think that he is the type of Leo that has to learn to choose, others, like balance that out with choosing himself. I think sometimes he can be a dark Leo, where he's like overly self-involved. Also, you know how Pluto is moving into Aquarius as of November 19th, while it's, inching closer and closer out of Capricorn as days go by, I wonder if because that's going to be opposite his natal sun in Leo, I wonder if he is right now being forced to break through like his illusions to help him grow as a person. And I wonder if this baby is also like a realization moment for him. That would make a lot of sense. I think this might be a kind of a dark night of the soul for him, like a lot of regret. Interesting that losing her wasn't enough, but I guess I don't know, maybe he, like, wasn't fully accepting it. I don't know. I mean, you already lost her. I guess the baby just pushed it to the next level for him. I don't know, but very interesting. Okay, how does Giselle allegedly feel towards Tom Brady now? Okay, let's see. Beth says, "For years, there was a rumor Tom had multiple affairs in his career, so it's a wonder they lasted so long." Ooh, Beth, that makes so much sense. Um, I remember hearing that one rumor that he went with, like, Ben Affleck on a private jet when Ben was cheating with their, like, nanny, like, cheating on Jennifer Garner with their nanny, and I don't know, like, weird stuff. Yeah, very sketch. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. It might be karma, Tom. Okay. I just thought of that ridiculous JoJo Siwa song. Karma's up. You should've known better. That song is so cheesy, but honestly, it applies. Should've known better, Tom. Okay. Quoting a JoJo Siwa song was not on my bingo card tonight, but here we are. So let's see. How does Giselle feel towards Tom allegedly? How does Giselle feel? Oh, hold two. We're gonna take two. Oh, dang. The devil card and the four of swords. Okay. So the four of swords is about healing. The devil card is living her life and doing what she wants. I think that she had to sacrifice a lot of herself, her life, who she really is for Tom. I think that her living her life, being who she is, being honestly, I feel like being free of him, being happy, having her cheesecake, laughing, smiling. I feel like she feels free now, and I think that this baby, something about this baby and starting a family with this person, I think that it feels I don't know, not, like, empowering, but that's kind of a weird way to put it. I just feel like she feels, like, free and happy, and she's, like, living for herself, and that is helping her to heal. I think that her relationship with Tom was, like, pretty tough. Um, I think it really drained her, like, sense of self. I wonder what her sun sign is. She a Capricorn? I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, she's healing and she's having fun and enjoying her life. She doesn't care. She's not thinking about him. She's like, you had your chance. We did all that. I'm still healing from all that. So if you feel sad, you know, best of luck. Like I think she's neutral. She's like, whoa, I'm not even gonna ever go there again. So it's like, you know, I think she's like, she's checked out. She's not thinking about him. She can't even go there. I think that he took a lot of energy from her for a long time. Ooh, I just got goosebumps. Yuck. Okay, what are y'all saying? Babu says, looks like she was loyal to him, protected him, and kept it private. Oh no. And he just partied and got bored at home back from retirement. Ew. Yeah, that's disgusting. I do remember her talking about like in different interviews and like, I think was it Vogue that did, like, an interview with her, and it was way back in, I don't know, was this, like, 2019, 2020? And she was talking about, like, yoga, because she's always, like, very into, like, natural things and whatever. And I remember reading this article where she was still married to Tom, and she was talking about their, like, special diet and, like, the night how they don't eat nightshades, they do this and that, and, like, how they have all these, like, I don't know, like, health things that they do together, and it just seemed which I think that's great to take care of yourself. I think that's amazing, especially because, Tom is an athlete and she models and, it's a very physical job as well. I think that's great, but it just seemed like kind of joyless. Like the stuff that she was saying, it was very like, I don't know, it gave me this feeling that they both were kind of having to keep up like a facade, like of perfection. And it seemed exhausting. It seemed exhausting. I got that feeling. So if she's finally, like, having fun and, like, maybe eating a piece of cheesecake here and there, like, good for her. I'm glad she's healing. Ugh. Yeesh. Okay. It's a little darker than I expected, honestly. Like, I didn't yeah, that's a little dark. Speaking of dark, okay, last night, while I was up way too late, like, editing that project I was just telling you guys about, like, I pulled basically an all-nighter and then, like, a semi all-nighter the night before. Like, I do not recommend. But I was up, like, super late, and I was looking on YouTube for something just, like, have on in the background while I was, like, pulling photos and editing the photos and stuff, and I kid you guys not, you have to look this up, this is so crazy. Army Hammer just launched a podcast on YouTube. He has, like well, at least as of last night, around, like, 1 AM, he had, like, 2,000 subscribers and, like, 300 comments or something, and I think, like, 2 videos up and, like, a little trailer. I listened to it, I did. I was like, "What is this?" He had his mom on, and anyway, things were a lot darker than I expected, but I don't know. Well, I'm just gonna say if you wanna, like if Claire were here, Claire Carty, Claire likes the taboo and, like, the darker digging into things, it's definitely about that. It's interesting, especially because of all the things that came out about him. You see him talk to his mom, and I don't know, I got sucked in. And then hearing everything about his life and hearing him talk, I kinda started to, like him again, and I felt kinda bad for him. I don't know. You have to watch it. If if you feel if you feel like that, but it was just reminded me of Tom Brady because it was, like, a little bit darker, like, how I feel about Tom, I feel like it's just a little darker than you would even think off the top of your head, or, like, the way that you perceive them. I don't know. It was interesting, though, I will say. Oh my gosh, hey, Sage Moon. She's a Cancer Leo cusp, and I believe she's an Aquarius rising or something like that. Sage Moon. Oh my god, okay, Sage, if she's an Aquarius rising and Pluto's moving into Aquarius, empowering her and opposing his son, that would be so karmic. Like, her feeling empowered is helping him to learn a lesson about tempering his ego, you know what I mean? Oh my god. And Cancer, if she's a Cancer, that would make a lot of sense about how she's very into, like, health, wellness, being a mother. I mean, and the way that she nurtures Tom, like, it did come across as, like, a little bit intense. Like, I felt kinda like, "Geez, that sounds exhausting." But for them, like, and if that's what he wanted and made him feel nurtured, like, that would be very Cancer vibes to just, like, nurture the people around you, even if it's, like, exhausting. Like, if you're nurturing Tom Brady and he's like, "I can never eat," "I can never have any ice cream. I can never do this. I have to have my food, like, perfectly at this temperature," and I don't know, like, a Cancer would be like, "Okay, we'll make it happen," because 'cause they're so nurturing and, like, dedicated. I can imagine that would be, like, really draining. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that context, Sage Moon. I'm gonna be thinking about that for a while. Okay, so that was my my next story. A little sip of my taro tea. Oh, and Jason Kelce. Okay, this is my next story. We're gonna pull some cards on Jason Kelce. So I'm sure you guys have heard because it's like been everywhere that someone called. He was at a game. He does the Monday night game night football, and I think he's like an ambassador for whatever. I don't know. Oh my God, I should check my facts. He's an ambassador for whatever reporting he does, like the sports hosting. It's like ESPN or NFL ambassador, something like that. Basically, his job is like go and party and like be the life of the party at these tailgates, and he's out and about. Now, I think that Kelce, his wife, really wanted him to retire. It's giving a little bit Tom Brady, but I don't know. We'll pull some cards. Um, when that documentary came out on Hulu last year, and it was all about, like, Jason Kelce, his life, and then he ended up retiring and all of that, and in the documentary, it definitely, like, focused on his road to retirement and his injuries and his wife, Kylie, really wanting him to retire to spend more time with herself and with the kids, but also because she was really worried about his injuries, and I don't know, it reminded me a lot of, like, the Tom Brady thing. Like, the person in his life, like, wanting him to slow down and retire and be with the kids and him, like, fighting against it. But I don't get, like, a dark vibe from Jason, but we'll see. So, ironically, it's really interesting that even though he's retired, he seems to be on the go more than ever now. Doesn't seem like he's slowed down at all. Now he's just like a broadcaster and, like, still gone during football season all the time, and now, like, going to these events or parties or tailgates and drinking, and add this most recent thing that happened, a couple days ago. Someone called his brother Travis the F slur for dating Taylor Swift, which is absolutely horrible. Even the use of that word is horrible, and, I have a brother too. If you insulted my brother, I'd be like, that's one way to make me really mad and act a little cuckoo out of my character, insulting someone's sibling. So I get that, I get the anger, but what I don't think was cool, I mean, you gotta show a little bit of restraint in my opinion, um, saying the slur back to that person. I don't know if you read, like, what happened, it's a little saying the slur back and then taking the person's phone, smashing it, picking it up, and leaving with it. It gets a little dicey. So I was thinking, I wonder if he has, like, kind of a drinking like, is he drinking too much? Is he partying too much? Is he having other issues as well? I don't know. I was trying to pull a card on Jason Kelce, and I also wanted to check in on his relationship with Kylie and how she feels about this, because did you guys also see that she commented on some, like, advice that he gave one of the New Heights podcast listeners that wrote in and asked for, like, advice on how to, how to get your woman, like, in the mood or whatever, and it was silly. Jason Kelce's silly, and his response was something like, "If she likes your butt, like, wear tight pants," like, just, like, stupid, jokey kinda stuff, and she actually went on social media, and she was like, "Don't listen to his, dumb we're not gonna say the word on YouTube, but dumb, whatever advice, like insulting him." And I was like, sometimes I feel like she's also a little mean. I don't know. I just want to see the dynamic because I feel like she doesn't really go along with him and like his jokes. And I feel like she would have very little patience for stuff like what just happened a couple days ago. So we're gonna look at that. So Kelsey. There's a lot. Sorry, there's a lot. I'm just stream of consciousness. Things I've been wondering. Useless things I've been wondering this week. So let's see. Um, First let's just do Jason's like overall state of mind. Because like I said, I do understand being very angry if someone calls your brother any sort of name or uses like an F slur, like that's horrible. Shouldn't even use that word anyway, ever. I understand the anger. What I feel the response maybe went too far because you can't really steal other people's property. Just kind of compounded the issue. Said the slur back to him. It just seemed a little bit unhinged. So let's see. First of all, how is Jason Kelce doing? How is Jason's overall mindset? Allegedly for entertainment purposes. Beth says Jason is funny. I think he's hilarious too. Did you guys see? He had this thing going on like at the Chiefs game where this is so gross too. He had Coach Reed's whiskers in a plastic bag and he gave them to this like Coach Reed lookalike. It was so weird and so funny. And I thought he was joking, but Michael said no, he really did like trim his beard hair. I mean, he's just a kook. He's like off the wall. Jason's funny, but I agree. If you insult my family, you will get me angry, right? That is one way to make the real ones angry. Glad Jason broke the phone and not the guy's face. Beth, good point. That's some tea, Beth. He probably did use a lot of restraint, actually. So Jason's overall mindset right now. How's he feeling about life? How's he feeling about his career? Let's just see. How's he feeling in general for the first? Oh, okay. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is abundance. And it's ironic that we get this card because he is very abundant. He's very wealthy. Not only does, oh my God, like, can you imagine? Not only did he make a ton of money playing for the Eagles, he also got, I'm sure, an amazing contract to be a broadcaster. And the New Heights podcast signed a huge deal for millions of dollars. So, I mean, he's rolling in the dough. For someone who was afraid, I'm so glad this turned out for him well, because I do think he's like a good person. Like, I like his like energy. I think he has good intentions. Um, he he was wondering before like if he was going to retire and have like nothing to do. That's not true. He has too much to do. But this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, there is some worry about work. There's abundance, but he's feeling worried about the abundance. And I'm going to pull a clarifier. My first instinct is that it's because he's like got a lot going on, maybe maybe even too much. So let's see. Clarifier on the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, please. And endorsement money. Oh, yeah, he's on like every commercial. Laundry detergent and deodorant. Beth, can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Yep. That's that's insane. Okay, 3 of Swords, the heartbreak card. Okay. So you know how I was thinking that, and this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only, but you know how I was thinking that this may not be going over super well with his wife, which is kind of ironic because, like, I don't know, like you'd think she'd be kind of happy, like that things are going so well, but I mean, maybe she just wants more time with him. I don't know. We'll pull another clarifier here, but there's a broken heart going on, and it's something to do with his career. He's torn. I definitely think he has a lot going on. He feels like he probably feels pulled in a lot of different directions at the same time. Hard to know where to spend your energy, hard to know if you're doing the right thing. A lot of commitments, but emotionally feeling like you have a broken heart. Let's clarify this 3 of swords broken heart, please. The queen of swords in reverse, guys. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Sorry, excuse my chip nails. I told you I've been struggling this week. The new moon in the career house, barely making it. But it's all good things. I feel like Jason Kelsey, 10 of Pentacles, but making less money. um, Queen of Swords in the reverse. Dang. Yeah, this is her. This is definitely her. This is his wife. And we have that clarifying the 3 of swords. She is she is not happy with him right now. They have had some very stressful arguments. I think that what we saw in the Hulu documentary, and if you watch a documentary, it's actually, I think it's a really good documentary just in general. Like, I really found it entertaining. So if you feel bored, want to watch it, I do recommend. But I feel like just from that documentary, I got this sense that she really wanted him to be at home with her, with the girls. She felt like she had sacrificed a lot, kind of like Giselle. I mean, and hey, I actually don't blame her for that. Imagine if you were always moving, and basically basing your whole life around your significant other's career. And even though you get a lot of benefits from that and you're able to stay home with your kids if that's what you want to do. And you know, and live a great life. But if there comes a point where you want to do more of your own thing or you want them around more to share some of the responsibilities of raising the kids or just be there for the kids, be present, I can understand how him ramping his career up would feel disappointed. Like you feel disappointed. So let's see just a clarifier for just I'm curious, see what the cards will say. Can we get a clarifier on why she is being the Queen of Swords? Also, the Queen of Swords reverse. I feel like there's a lot like behind the scenes, like that social media video. Oh, okay, a card just flew. All right, interesting. We have the Hanged Man here, but in reverse as well as the Queen of Swords in reverse. Is she about to make some sort of decision? Okay, I have goosebumps. This is getting a little bit. This is taking a turn, guys. I was not expecting this. Is she about to make a decision? Let's get a clarifier, allegedly, about her future 3 of Wands. Oh my god, is she thinking of, like, going the way of Giselle? If you know what I mean? I think that there are serious troubles behind the scenes. That is really sad. Just goes to show, allegedly for entertainment purposes, it just goes to show you can have everything on the outside, like, everybody can think that you just have it all together, and there can be things that go on behind closed doors or at home that are actually, like, very heartbreaking, like, you could be going through a lot more. I think he's also the kind of person that puts on a happy face when he's struggling. This makes me sad. I think she's allegedly thinking about leaving, which is oh my god, that's kinda okay. What do you guys think? Goodness. I didn't expect that one. Oh, no, that's sad, right? That's sad. Well, and the cards are never set in stone. So hopefully this is just the vibe today. Maybe they just had a rough week or something. And well, probably actually, after that came out about him doing that, I could see her being the kind of person like Jason. I know that was, like the way she says Jason. Like I know that was a horrible thing that person said, but like, try to stay out of trouble. Like you don't need to be getting in trouble. You don't need to be getting violent with people, getting yourself pulled into, you got too much to lose, things like that. I could see that. Um, I could see her saying there are other ways to handle it. She does seem very like strict. Maybe he needs that because he does seem kind of unhinged. Maybe I don't know. Okay. I think they had a rough week. And I think that's what the cards are reading. This is reading like their current energy. And I think that there's been some back and forth that's been hurtful, hurt feelings, things like that. Okay. Babu says Jenna Dewan stated that she was left alone with a newborn. With a newborn because Channing was away filming. Babaloo, the emperor. Giselle wanted Tom present for her and the kids, and now Jason too. Funny how this reading is showing these absent men and the women feel, yeah, fed up with waiting. Babalu, yes. Hmm, so true. Maybe that's the energy getting exposed right now. I'm telling you, as Pluto moves into Aquarius, things are flipping. Like the just men and the female male dynamic, emperors no more. Like, yeah, people are getting fed up. People are getting fed up with waiting. People are getting fed up with giving and not receiving back. It's more about equality now. It's more about relationships that are on equal playing field, mutual respect. Yeah, very interesting, Babu. Thank you for pointing that out. That's definitely food for thought. Definitely. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad that these women have decided that they're not gonna allow that. I'm really glad because no one deserves to just wait around all the time. Down with yeah, down with self-centered emperors. That's right. Goodbye, self-centered emperors. The emperor has no clothes. You've been exposed. You're a fool. Mhm, mhm. Yeah, they look like fools for sure. Okay, this one was weird too. Oh my god, men being weird. Another story about men being weird. That was definitely the theme this week. What was going on in the stars? I know that Mars at one point earlier in the week, Mars, when a lot of these stories broke, Mars in Cancer was opposite Pluto in Capricorn. Cancer is associated with feminine energy and like nurturing, like if we're talking about Giselle, especially like, how we're just talking, like literally what I was just saying about the nurturing energy, like motherhood, all of that is like associated with Cancer, which is right across from Capricorn, which is associated with the male energy, making money, being out there in the world. Of course, females also could have Capricorn energy and male, whatever. The male female thing, I think that we need to like evolve past that in astrology and talk about it more about like channeling different energies. And anyway, I could go on, but I won't. I won't bore you with that. But for the sake of like this, I do think that that's interesting you brought that up, Babu, because when Mars is in a sign, it fires up that sign, it fires up that energy. So when Mars has been in the sign of the mother, it's like empowering women, empowering mothers, like I don't know, lighting a fire under them to want to get what they want to get, right? Want to like get theirs, rebalance things. And Pluto and Capricorn, Pluto is transformation. It destroys so that it can rebuild in a different way, make things look different. And Capricorn is that like emperor energy. So definitely down with Capricorn because the Cancer energy of femininity and motherhood was just fired the F up. Anyway, yeah, I think that aligns with the astrology too. And on that same note, this is my last story, and it's just a weird one. This one's super weird. But Brian Austin Green, I'm so sorry. I hid my yawn. I tried to. This like what is it? The change in timing, I love it in the mornings. I feel like I've slept in, but at night I'm like way too tired. So if you'll excuse me, that was not very demure or mindful of me. But Brian Austin Green being weird. That's what my notes say. Being weird. Married with a child, still talking about Megan Fox in the media, question mark. So specifically, I was referring to this E Online article that came out few days ago where he revealed the breaking point in his marriage to ex Megan Fox. And my first thought was, why the heck is he thinking about that or putting that out in the media right now? He has a wife, Shauna Burgess. They have a kid. Like, what is wrong with this self-centered emperor, Brian Austin Green? So I want to pull some cards and just see like what the heck was he doing talking to the media about a marriage breakup that happened like years ago when he has moved on? Like, are you okay, sir? Sorry, I am not okay. Okay, this is my last one that apparently I gotta take a shower and go to bed soon. All right, so Brian Austin Green, what the heck is going on with this man? Why is he doing this? Page of Wands, immature. Wands, Beth. The Wands. I'm gonna clarify, but I have a weird feeling about this. Oh my god. I think he has regrets too. Allegedly. I feel bad saying that because he's remarried. Like, that's horrible for his new wife, like his now wife. Um, Yep, 7 of Wands in reverse. You guys, this is psycho. Okay. So, 7 of Wands, this is like competition. Wands, when we're talking about relationships and stuff, that's like, you know, other people in the picture, competition, like other people that want you, stuff like that. So, I think at one point, Brian Austin Green felt like there were a lot of people that like wanted to be with him. Now, there is a huge age difference between the two of them. And I do remember hearing from like some interview that she did where she talked about the dynamic and how looking back that was very unhealthy. I think she was like only 18 when they first got together. He was in his 30s. She really looked up to him like as an actor, as just everything. It was kind of like she had him on this pedestal. And I do think that she felt like he didn't really choose her, and then by the time she got him, I think she sort of, like, didn't want him anymore because of how he had treated her. That's kind of the feeling I got. It just didn't ever feel, like, very, like, loving or, like, a safe feeling type of relationship. It sounded like he had some narcissistic, emperor type vibes, but having this 7 of Wands, this is, like, other people in the picture, and so in reverse, I'm getting regret as well. The theme is men regretting the things that they did, and maybe that's their Pluto and Capricorn coming to a close story. Maybe that's part of what these people learned, that, when you choose yourself, you end up feeling alone. You end up alone, right? If you always choose yourself, eventually other people are gonna let you choose yourself, and you're just gonna be by yourself, you know? So or with someone, but maybe it's not the person that you really wanna be with, you know? So, I hate to say that because he is remarried, and I that's horrible for that woman if he doesn't feel that same way about her. But Page of Wands, this is being very immature. I think that he feels like he was immature. I think he regrets putting Megan in situations where there were other people that she had to compete with. I think that deep down he feels like he messed it up. But why would he be talking about it now in the press? Why would he be talking about it now? That is so strange. Let's see. Please look at Swan and Camilla in light of his latest statements. Wait, what? Oh, Sean. Sorry. I was like, Swan. Oh my God, Babaloo. Okay, I have a whole thumbnail. Oh God. Okay. Yes, Babaloo. Yes, I will. And yes, I am. I have a whole thumbnail that I created for this because I want to do like a deep dive. Like on Sean, I wanna look at his transits, his numerology, which I already pulled up. So just put a pin in that. That's gonna be coming out at some point this week because I already have the thumbnail designed and I've already written like the outline for it. I wanna look at his birth chart. I wanna look at the transits because he's entered into a period where he's, like, being more truthful, like, I'm so curious about the astrology going on right now for him, like, what is transiting, what has changed for him, what's different now than before? Yeah, I'm with you, I think this is very interesting. Beth says, "Yes, like 15 years difference. That's huge when you're that young." For sure. Not like 55 and 70, right? Right, exactly. Like, when you get older, it matters less and less, right? Like, with Michael and I, we have a big age difference, but it doesn't seem like that, you know? I'm more mature than him most of the time. You know what I mean? I hope he's watching and sees that. What did Sean say? Oh, basically, Sean, talked about on stage, like, at one of his concerts, he talked about how he has had, like, confusion with his sexuality and how he's still figuring it out. So, admitting that I think he's somewhere, like, he's, like, queer, somewhere on the spectrum. He didn't really specify, but on that spectrum of, like, not being sure exactly, like, you know, how he feels about his sexuality and, like, who he wants to love and if he might have fluidity. Anyway, yeah. Very interesting. I feel like Camila knew, but okay. But that's for the deep dive. Thank you, though. Babalu, we're on the same page. We are on the same page. So, Brian Austin Green, yeah. So, how does Shauna Burgess feel about Brian Austin Green making these comments in the press? How does his wife feel? I mean, it can't be good. Queen of Pentacles. She's like, I got your money. Like, I don't know Shauna Burgess. I know that they met through Dancing with the Stars. I'm sure she's a lovely person, but she is coming through as a Queen of Pentacles. She is very much about material security. She does live in Hollywood, and people who live in Hollywood, they get a reputation for being like that. I don't think that's true all the time, but this is sort of like I don't know that she cares. Let me get another clarifier. This is all for entertainment purposes. That's a pretty wild thing to say. I'll admit that. Why do we have Queen of Pentacles for how Shauna Burgess feels about Brian Austin Green's recent comments about Megan Fox? It's giving too casual. Nine of Swords. Okay, she is human. Thank God. I was like, because it was basically like she's happy, she's got money and stability. No. Okay, when we clarify that, we get this Nine of Swords. This is actually a lot of worry and anxiety. But here's the thing. I think that she is like her energy is a queen of pentacles. And I do like this because this is someone who is grounded, stable, abundant. She may be an earth sign, or she may have a lot of like earth sign energy in her chart, or maybe she just is like a stable rock for the people in her life, including her husband. Yeah, just like stable, abundant. I think this is someone with like a positive attitude. To clarify that, we have this Nine of Swords. I think that his statements are making her feel this, and I hate this. I hope she, she wakes up and makes sure that she adjusts things sooner rather than later. I think that's a theme that, like we said, that we're seeing this theme of women just kind of realizing, like, you're not gonna put me down, little emperor on your soapbox. I think that she is very hurt by the comments. I think that it bothers her. I think she's overthinking it. I think she's stressing about it. I think she's wondering why he's obsessing on his ex-wife. And I do think it's messing with her stability. Do not ruin this woman's mental health, Brian Austin Green. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't even know where to go from there. That just made me sad. Like, that sucks. What the hell? How about let's get and I know she's not watching, but let's just try to end on a positive note for Shauna Burgess. What is some advice or something that like spirit would want her to do to like make this situation better for herself, I guess? Like advice for Shauna Burgess? I know it's random, but like advice? What could she do if things could be better? Six of Wands in reverse, the best friend of the year awards. Stop giving so much to people who don't give in return. I think that she is this Six of Wands. Six is the number associated with Venus of like love and family. By the way, living in like a six energy home, it's like such a great place to like raise a family or just like have people over because six energy is like very nurturing and loving and it's associated with like that warm and fuzzy kind of energy. Um, and wands, that's like, as we know, passion, but also it's like enthusiasm for life. And I think she's actually like a joy to be around. Best friend of the year word energy. So yeah, in reverse, this is like keep more of your energy for yourself. So I think that maybe she's going through a phase just like everybody else, that all the other women that we've been reading today. It's a theme of women pulling back their energy more for themselves and doing more of what they want to do because it's like they've learned and realized through these unfulfilling relationships where they felt like they were second best or their needs weren't taken into consideration. It's like they've realized that actually they can choose themselves. And when they do that, there will be someone that is happy for them choosing themselves, is supportive of them, and that they don't need to put everything on hold to be with someone who's unsupportive. Interesting. So I think that she's on that journey. I think she's going to be learning about that, but definitely this was kind of a wound that was stirred up for her. So I don't know, sending her love. That stinks. And Brian Austin Green not sending you love. Get it together. Beth says, LMAO, that's hilarious. Poor Brian. Not, yeah, not. We have no sympathy for him. Um, oh dang. I wonder if Shawn Mendes wanted three in the bed, three wands. And that's why Cece was like, Godspeed. Beth, the Godspeed. And that's why she was like, Godspeed to you. I want to screenshot that and just like, that was hilarious. Beth, you should just stand up. That's funny. That's so funny. Okay. Well, I want to actually end on that comment because Beth, that's a good way to send this out. That was hilarious. Okay, you guys. Well, I love you so much. I hope that you're all having a great week. I am going to spill some Camila tea in regards to Sean. Well, it's really going to be just Sean's whole thing. looking at his transits, looking at all that stuff. I hope that you guys, if you haven't yet, I hope you'll check out the podcast episode about transformation in your birth chart and celebrity comebacks and flops based on their transits. I'm very into that right now, just looking at the transits and how they affect like people's choices and like why they're making certain moves at this time. What is going on in their birth charts, what's transiting their natal planets, like what's inspiring people. I don't know. I think it's interesting. So if you like that too, be sure to check that out. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Like I said, I got that other video coming out about Shawn Mendes. I'm super excited. And then I'm working on the next podcast episode. The new date that they come out is Mondays at 8 a.m. And then I will get more tea times going. I know. I haven't done like just a tea time since Liam Payne. I took a little like breather, but then it wasn't even just like I was a little sad about it. But then the dog fostering, that always like knocks me back at least like a week or two. But we've got our rhythm down. So I'll be back with those. Love you so much, Beth. Have the best night. Thank you for being here. Sage Moon, Babaloo. You guys are the best. Oh, thank you. Good grades on your class. Oh, Babaloo, that's so sweet. That means a lot to me. Thank you. I hope you guys get good rest too. Nigel, keep killing it with your jobs. Okay. Sending y'all a big hug. I'll see you in another couple days. And yes, I am going to take a shower and get in bed. I'm ready. All right. Good night, you guys. Oh, and how do I end this? Oh, here we go. Now doing it directly through YouTube. Bye, guys.